We are dear friends, nothing more, nothing less. You are welcome to land of rising sun. There is a land at the school of natural resources. Pretend divided us during colonization. No, we are generous and industrious. Naturally, we are education and development. Mentally, we can take our back to war. Mbano bya kelele, mama and papa can go see different feelings. We go bya kelele, anywhere you from, mama to mom. Mbano bya kelele, come and see who we are. We go bya kelele, ngemboa, jeno bya kelele. You are welcome, yama mbine jeje. Welcome to Biafra, yama mbine lala. Isobodo yibo, yama mbine jeje. Ebo bine sigi yuwa, yama mbine lala. Obodo Chukwu kwere anyị n'aka, na ndị lọtụrụ webe arịwa. Chukwu okike gọziri anyị, gọzikwa anyị n'akara aka. Ife bụ na chere m ọganihu, ọganihu anyị bara ụwagarị. Chukwu okike abịa maka n'ije gị, n'ọfa ya ka eji ebute ike. Mmadụ bịa kele gị, mama na papa bịakwu n'ife dị biri gị. Biko bịa kele gị, anywhere you from, around the world. Mmadụ bịa kele gị, come and see who we are. Bịa kele gị, ndị bụ bịa kele. You are welcome, mama mbine jeje. Welcome to Biafra, Biafra bụkwa obodo Igbo. Ebe ọ bụ na si you are welcome. We are different. We believe in quality education. We can be partners. If you're ready for innovation, I can even.
Welcome. Please share as you join. Share the broadcast as you join. Share the broadcast as you join. Share in your WhatsApp group and any group you belong. Please share. Share. Keep sharing as you join.
of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isob. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you, as many as have joined me on this broadcast. Any place you're joining me from, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, and give you divine safety wherever you are. I appreciate everybody who have taken his or her time to join this broadcast. Wherever you are joining from, wherever you are connecting from, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide you, protect you, secure you. Thank you so much. I thank you, my sister Diana. I thank you, Donatus. I thank you for joining. If I mention your name or I didn't mention your name, I recognize everybody that's in the comment section. As you are joining me on this broadcast today, as you are always here supporting in the struggle, doing your own best to encourage me also, I appreciate you as you're joining. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for being there. Please, as you join, like the video and share. As you join, like the broadcast and share. You like the broadcast and share it in any WhatsApp group you belong. Share it in any group that you belong. Share it to family and friends, including our enemies. You can share to them. Share it, let it go wild. As I have always said, in this period that we are in, it is a time that we must not leave any stone unturned. It is a time that information is important. That is why each time you come across any video that is made by the autopiloted group, the IPOB, autopiloted by Chukwu Okike Abiyama, under the spokesmanship of Master Simon Epa and on the leadership of Master Nnamdi Kanu, each time you come across their video, please and please help and share it and let it go viral. Share it, continue to spread the gospel, continue to spread the message. Let it continue to go far and wide. As we are holding on in the social media, the only way we can overcome the attack on social media is by your own support. When you help us to share the video, when you click like and you show your love, that is how we can overcome. We are having numerous attacks on our different platforms on social media. They are trying to make sure that our information did not get out. They are trying to make sure that fewer people can be able to hear us. You can increase the number. You can increase the number by sharing. You can increase the number by liking the video. That is very, very important. As you are doing so, you are actually playing a part in the restoration of Biafra. As you are doing so, you are actually playing a part in the liberation of Biafra. Every one of us must not be a broadcaster. Every one of us must not be a prayer warrior. Every one of us must not be on the ground. Every one of us are not financially buoyant. In any area you know that you can lay your hand to support, to see that things are moving on in the liberation stage that we are in, continue to do it. Information is important. Information is key. We must not allow any information to fall on the ground. We must have to make sure that it reaches everybody. That is why we're here. And those of us in the media, we will try as much as possible on daily basis to send the information so that you can get it right. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you as you are joining. I appreciate you and thank you very much for your contributions. I thank you for all that you have done, for being there. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Today, I have chosen a very important topic. A very important topic. Warning, don't engage the chosen one in a battle. Do not engage the chosen one in a battle. This is an advice and a warning. Do not engage the chosen one in a battle. It's an advice at the same time a warning. Do not engage the chosen one in a battle because you're not going to win. You will only end up destroying yourself. You will only end up destroying yourself. And how do you know those who are chosen? The chosen people are those whom Chukwu have chosen from their mother's womb. They are very truthful and consistent in what they are doing. They are very sincere and consistent in what they are doing. If you don't know example of the chosen people, I'm going to give you some few examples of those who are chosen. You don't take your battle to them. You do not take to battle to them. The more you make your move to fight against them, the more you are destroying yourself. This word is coming to you as an advice. It's coming to you as a message. Do not engage the chosen one in a battle. If you do, you are going to get it hot. You are going to get it water from all angles. Somebody like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, engaging Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in a battle is a dead mission. It's a suicide mission. When you try to engage Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in a battle, either directly or indirectly in the pursuit of the assignment that Chukwukama has given him, which he is following, if you engage him in a battle, you will be totally destroyed. Likewise, our spokesperson today, Mazi Simon Epa, if you engage him in a battle, you will be totally destroyed. It is very, very painful and very, very absurd that some people are so daft that they don't learn from other people's mistake. So many people today are still waiting until when something happens to them directly before they can learn. But smart people do not allow things to happen to them. They learn from other people's mistake. Smart people learn from other people's mistake. When things happen to your neighbor, your friend, anybody around you, you learn from that and you will prevent such from happening to you. But today, there are so many people who are daft, who cannot learn from the mistake of others. They are waiting until it happens to them. And let me tell you, when it will happen to you, you are not sure if you're going to survive it. Maybe your neighbor has survived it, maybe your friend has survived it, but in your own case, how are you sure you're going to survive the situation? There is every tendency that the situation can consume you. It can consume you. That is why in anything you are doing today, do not engage the chosen one in a battle. So many of us who are the follower of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who are the truthful and sincere follower of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, we can give account of every single person that have fought against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in the past. Donatus, thank you for joining. Eric, thank you for joining. Every single person that have fought Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in the past, go and check where they are today. Go and check where they are today. Go and check their condition today. And again, everybody that has stood against Mazi Simon Ekpa, that have been fighting Mazi Simon Ekpa since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, and that light was handed over to Simon Ekpa, and he has continued to propagate that light in truth and consistency, not in lies, not in blackmail, in truth and consistency. Since he has started pursuing that battle, since Mazi Nnamdi was kidnapped, go and check. Every single person that has stood against Mazi Simon Ekpa today, go and check their condition. Go and check their condition. After checking their condition, then you will come back and decide and consider if you are going to fight Simon Ekpa or not. Then you come back and ask yourself, will I continue in this battle or not to fight against the chosen one? Yesterday, so many of us saw the program of our spokesperson, Simon Ekpa, the emotional program he did yesterday. If after watching that program, you are a Biafran, if after watching that program and you're not moved, that means your heart is sealed like with iron, and you're one of the pharaohs we are talking about. You are one of the pharaohs. If after watching the program of our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, yesterday, and you are not moved, it means you are not human. You are one of the pharaohs we must avoid. You are one of the pharaohs we must avoid. You see, from onset I have been saying it that it is not enough for you to command people. It is not enough for you to begin to command respect from people. Continue to demand respect from people. You don't demand or command respect from people. What you have to do is to earn it. What you have to do, that is what sensible people do. Sensible and reasonable people, they earn every respect they get, they earn it. They try in every environment they find themselves to earn respect. That is how sensible people behave. They will do everything possible to earn their respect. They will earn their respect from those who they feel that they are supposed to be respected. That is what sensible do. And that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did that brought him to the level that he is today. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become an idol. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name has become a household name. You cannot say one or two words without talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter how you try, you can't avoid him. You can't avoid him. It doesn't matter how you try, you cannot avoid Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He will always be in the front. Even when everything turns against him, he's still there. And in the same vein today, you can see the spokesperson of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa. He's still there. Any respect from Biafrans. After watching the program yesterday and you don't respect him, you don't trust him, that means your heart is sealed with iron. And there's nothing we can do about it. We can't help you. If after watching Mazi Simon Ekpa program yesterday and you still continue to nurse evil in your heart against him, you still continue to peddle your lies against him, may God have mercy on you. That's all I can say. May God have mercy on you. It is so sad that there are some people whose heart are evil, who will never repent. It doesn't matter what you say, what you do. They will never change. So I don't care about such people. The people that I'm concerned about are the genuine Biafrans. Those who still have conscience in them. Those who still, their conscience can speak to them at every point in time. These are the people I'm very concerned about. We are in a critical time. A very sensitive time. A time that every genuine Biafran agitator, every genuine Biafran has to be focused and pray that this time that we've been waiting for, as it has come, that we will enter it in one piece and come back in one piece. That should be your prayer. We are entering a very difficult stage. We are entering to the end of the road where Biafra is going to come. The Biafra you have been shouting for more than 13 years now. We have been talking about Biafra. We have been agitated, crying, and expecting this Biafra to come. And all of a sudden, today we are counting days. We are counting days to Biafra. We are counting days. And as we are counting days, all you can do is to continue to push propaganda. All you can do is to continue to distract that person who is leading the charge to make sure that you get your freedom. And you think you'll be free. the blood of the innocent will continue to chase you. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter how connected you think you are. The God you worship, that evil God you worship will come after you. Whoever you are, I don't want to know whom you are or where you belong or where you hang your life. As long as you have devoted your time to distract the freedom that we are already smelling, as far as you have dedicated yourself to hinder the freedom that we can feel, we can smell, we can touch, all we need to do now is to stretch off our hand and walk into that freedom. And you are standing as a stumbling block. You are being a distraction. Everything around you will work against you, including the God that you claim to worship is going to turn against you. Because I know you don't worship Chukwukabiam. You have your own God that you worship. That is why you cannot see beyond your nose. That is why you don't support anything good. You support evil. That is why you never learn from other people's mistake. That is why you continue to push lie and perpetrate evil on every given opportunity. But let me tell you, in this generation of Biafra that you are seeing, we will not leave any stone unturned to bring Biafra. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter what you are doing. It doesn't matter how connected you think you are. It doesn't matter the power you feel you have. Let me tell you, all powers are going to bow at this period in the presence of Chukwukabiam as the sun is going to rise. Do not engage your chi in a battle. Engaging in a battle with an anointed one, engaging in a battle with somebody who is anointed, who is on a divine mandate, engaging in a battle with someone who is a suicide mission. It's a suicide mission. That is why we cannot help you. In the generation that we are now, people have the right to take their life. Some countries have that law that if you decide to take your life, you are free to take it. They call it whatever right they call it. So in this generation, if you are one of those who have chosen to commit suicide by your own self, you have sentenced yourself and say you don't want to see Biafra, you will not see Biafra in the name of Chukwukabiam. You're not going to see it, and your blood will be on your head. It's going to be on your head. At the level that we are, I don't see any responsible human being at this point in time that will still be distracting the struggle of Biafra. No responsible person does that. Even those that are still on the fence, people will thought they're not hearing the message. They are getting the message raw. People who are not even inside, who are not even talking about Biafra, many of them are getting the message. And they are speaking on a clear tone. But you, that you claim to be an agitator, you claim to be a freedom fighter, you claim to want Biafra, you claim you love Mazen Nnamdi, but yet you are standing against everything that Mazen Nnamdi stands for. Deceiving yourself. It doesn't matter what you do or say. You must receive your punishment. And those of you who have said, over your dead body will Biafra come, you are not going to see Biafra. Just prepare yourself. Prepare for your burial. If you don't have money, borrow for your people, because your people might not have the money. Or your people might not be running around for getting money on how to put you in the ground. If you're one of those who have chosen that path, prepare yourself. Because we are going home. Biafrans are going home. And no man born of a woman can stop it. The revelation is coming. People are confessing. So many of you have seen the tweet of our sister, Ankyo Briggs. You saw her tweet. You saw her tweet. For those of you who think that somehow, that the obedience is going to give you a change. Somehow, that the Igbo presidency will change your life. Somehow, that giving yourself some irrelevant name is going to change anything in the Zurika Republic. Ankyo Briggs said in her own words that the 2023 election cannot change the Nigeria of Lugard. That word is deep. I have made a video on my Facebook page where I explain that word, and I'm going to post the video on this very YouTube channel, hopefully by tomorrow. Our sister Ankyo Briggs made that confession that no amount of leader you choose, no amount of election conducted in the Democratic Republic will change the Lugard Nigeria. And I believe every one of us here is smart. We know what the Lugard of Nigeria means. You know how Lugard Nigeria looks. And you know what is the plan of Lugard of Nigeria. You know very well that Nigeria from the onset is not a country, it's a company. So in a nutshell, our sister Anchobrit is saying that nobody can stop Nigeria from being a company. Nobody can stop Nigeria from being fraudulent. Nobody can stop the fraud. Nobody can stop the insecurity in Nigeria. And nobody can make Nigeria united. The sole purpose of bringing people who do not have things in common, who do not have same value, there is nothing, no resemblance anywhere. The main purpose of bringing them together, forcing them together, is because of selfish interests of the West, British in particular. They came and merged people that don't have common interests. There is no way, there is no meeting point, there is no place we meet with the Fulani Janjaweed. We don't have any meeting points, but we are forced to march together. And today you are seeing the result of what is going on. Do not fight with your God. If you fight with the anointed one, you'll be crushed. Every one of you today that is pushing lies and propaganda against the chosen one, you came online, you would have claimed that you want freedom. You come online, all you got to do is to be listening to gossips. Not only listening to gossip, you are participating in gossip, pushing gossip against an innocent person who has not done anything. An innocent person who has not done anything. Pray. Pray that you have the opportunity to confess now that there is time. Because that cause that our brother Man Samuel laid yesterday, that cause that he laid yesterday, you might take it that it's a social media talk, but it has weight, and you're going to see the result as soon as possible. If you're one of those who are engaged in blackmailing and distracting Man Samuel, pushing false information against him, an innocent person, wait for it. Wotowoto is coming your way. Wotowoto is coming your way. And after watching that, if you have not watched the program, Man Samuel, I am going to post that program. I'm still going to post it on my platform. I'm still going to cut to that section and post it. If you didn't watch that program, you need to go through that program carefully. After watching that program, listen to every single sentence Man Samuel made there. Then you will come back and have your think on the way you are going about the Biafra issue. You will have a rethink on the way you are pursuing the Biafra agenda. Most of the time when I call my broker, I do not finish my broadcast without talking about our brother, Man Simon Epa, the spokesperson of Biafra, for a reason. I don't do a program without mentioning his name. And if you're one of those who have been following me on this program, you see that his name and the name of Mazen Nandekana are the only name that frequents in my mouth in this very platform. In all my platforms, these are the two names that frequent in my mouth. There's no other name. I don't think there's any other name that deserves to be in this platform except these two names. Given to us by Chukwu Okikabiama himself. Chukwu Okikabiama chose them. We didn't choose them. That is one thing I continue to remind people. We didn't choose these people. We didn't choose Mazen Nandekani. Chukwu Okikabiama chose Mazen Nandekani, and Mazen Nandekani offered himself and started the work. When he started the work, every one of us saw his truthfulness and consistency. We'll be attracted to him. And then, boom, from there, we pursue our freedom. The same thing with Man Sam Epa. We didn't choose him. No one of us chose him. But Chukwu Okikabiama appointed him, gave him that mantle, and he carried it out. Remember, even when some people who gathered together to give him a post then, some people gathered together out of their evil plan, they gathered together to make him a leader. Mazen Simon Epa denounced it and said that I am not the leader. That Mazen Nandekano is the leader of the struggle, and he remains the leader of the struggle wherever he is. People gathered together, they were doing a vote. They were voting who is going to be the leader, while Mazen Nandekano is in the dungeon. They were voting. Mazen Simon Epa was not in that place where they were voting. So many of us were there and we saw it. So many of us were there and we saw it. We saw the voting. And when we saw it, we rejected it. So many people voted. They were voting. Why they were voting? Mazi Simon Ekpa himself made it open that nobody should talk about replacing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in any way, in any manner. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is irreplaceable. Wherever he is, he remains the leader of the struggle. That was the comment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When those people had that evil plan to lead him astray, he saw it and he took it. He went away from it. But when the time came, Chukwu Okabiama had the timetable on his hand. When it was the right time, Chukwu Okabiama appointed him by himself without any meeting, no gathering of meeting. No gathering of meeting, no calling of any, no voting. Chukwu Okabiama gave him the mantle and he carried the assignment. And when he began to walk towards the assignment given to him, it was clear to everybody, both the blind and those who can see, that this man has gotten a call and is answering his call. And from answering his call that Chukwu Okabiama gave him, the Biafrans were listening. And Biafrans accepted him as the spokesperson of Biafra. And today, everybody is paying attention to him. Everybody is paying attention to him. Every Biafran is paying attention to him. Any Biafran is not paying attention to him, it means either that person is not aware, doesn't get the information. Like some people in Nigeria that don't get information, who are still listening to the sacked people. But if you're on social media, you are learned and you are versatile. Every single one of us, we are paying attention and listening to Master Simon Ekpa, what he's saying. Because he doesn't just say a word. He is saying exactly what Chukwu Okabiama has told him to say. And he's doing exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have done if he's with us. Do not fight the person that Chukwu Okabiama have chosen. Do not engage your chief in a battle. And that is where you hear, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. I tell you every time I come online, I tell that when you hear that word, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no more, that word was not spoken for pastors. It wasn't for reverends. It wasn't for bishops. That word was meant for those who were anointed in their mother's womb by Chukwu Okabiama himself. There are people that Chukwu Okabiama poured oil in their head from their mother's womb, just like the kings of Israel in those days. And the prophets of Israel in those days, who from their mother's womb were chosen. It's not like today where you see people after going to theological school to go and learn how to speak English, you come and begin to claim a pastor. You go to theological school to go and learn how to speak English, you cram the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. That's it. You become a pastor. And then you begin to command people with your sweet tongues. Even when you are not putting what you're saying in practice. Even when your faith cannot push down a lizard from the earth. And what they do is to go and engage themselves in some fetish things and begin to patronize native doctors and all whatnot to look for something to do. These are not people who that message was meant for. But most of you in various churches, each time you hear, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no man, your mind will go to your pastor in the church. Your mind will go to Reverend Father. Your mind will go to Pope John Paul. Your mind will go to all those. These are not the people that Bible is referring to. There are so many of you that are watching me today in this very program that you are anointed. There are so many of us in this program, you that is watching me, there are so many of you that are anointed. You have that anointed in you. And anybody touches you, touch the apple of God. Touch the apple of God's eyes, and the person will never ever go free. The only thing that will set the person free is the grace of God through a genuine repentance. But let me tell you, when you offend the Spirit of God, when you offend Chukwu Okabiama, that's kind of offense you commit, you will not have the opportunity to say sorry. There are kind of grievous crime you will commit against Chukwu Okabiama. Chukwu Okabiama is a merciful God. He can forgive at any point. But there are kind of grievous sin you commit. You will not have that opportunity to repent. And you will die a miserable death in that offense. Just like Judas did. Do you think that Judas really wanted to betray Christ? Judas never wanted to betray Jesus. He never wanted. According to Bible history, the way we read it, Judas' intention was not to betray Christ to be killed. No. Judas betrayed Christ because of the money. All he wanted was the money. He thought that with the strength that Christ has, with the miracle he has performed, with the level of his spirituality, that no man can be able to take him out. So he saw an opportunity to make money. He decided to make money out of Jesus. Judas' intention was never to sell Jesus to be killed. His mindset was that they cannot kill Jesus. So he was after the money. And that was why he went and committed suicide. When he discovered that Christ had been taken away, they have already captured him, that this man he thought would not be captured, he threw away that money. He gave back the money. They refused that. He threw the money away. And he went and committed suicide. This is what the love of money can do. And that fate of Judas is going to befall so many people in this struggle. Chukwuokara is a merciful God. But I'm telling you, there are so many people who will not live to apologize, let alone being forgiven. There are so many people in this struggle that will not be alive to have the opportunity to apologize. They will not have that grace. Do you think it is easy for a man to come and tell you, say, I'm sorry? Do you think that it's easy for a human being to come before you and say, I am sorry? That 5-letter word is so strong. That 5-letter word is a very little word, but it's very, very strong. Very hard to come out of people's mouth. Please like the video and share. Like the video and share in your platform, in your WhatsApp group, any group you belong. Share this video and click your like. Let us send this message out. Send this message out. It is very important. It's a critical time. After watching the broadcast of our brother man Samanepa yesterday, I was moved. I was touched. I was touched. And I began to ask myself, why is it that some people have decided to commit suicide? Why is it that people have decided to destroy themselves? Because of money. And just like the story of Judas, I'm telling you, so many people will not have that opportunity. Do you know that if Judas did not commit suicide, if Judas did not kill himself, when Jesus was praying in the cross and saying, forgive them for they don't know what they do, that forgiveness would have covered him. He would have been forgiven. If Judas has not committed suicide, Judas would have been forgiven. And let me tell you, he would have made heaven. Because he had a genuine repentance. He would have made heaven. If Judas had not committed suicide, Judas would have made heaven. But Judas did not have that grace and that opportunity. He didn't have that opportunity. In the same vein, in the struggle that we are today, in the same vein, so many of you that are challenging and fighting your God, you are fighting anointed one, the chosen one. You are fighting him, pushing blackmail, distracting him from his mission, delaying the promise of God. You will not have that opportunity to say, I'm sorry. You are going to end up in a miserable way. As you have chosen that path to destroy yourself, we say amen to that side that you have chosen. It is not a bad prayer. When we say amen to the path that you have chosen, the path of destruction that you have chosen for yourself, when we say amen to that path, it is not a bad prayer. Do not fight the chosen one. Why I'm saying this is for those of you who are watching from all over the world. Those of you who are still sane. Those of you that still have conscience, so that people will not drag you into their own problem. So that your relative or your friend, that is why this message is, when you get it, pass it to your relative. If you listen yesterday to the course that our spokesperson, man Simon Ekpa, the chosen one, made, he extended that course to their families. And in extension, it is going to affect some of their families that are not aware of the evil that their own brothers and sisters have dragged them into. That is why I say share the video, let it reach everybody. Why things are going, talk to your brothers and sisters, talk to people, stay away from trouble. Do not drag your family into an issue that is going to consume them. I'm not talking about physical things, I'm talking about spiritual things. So many of you are very quick to say that Biafra is a spirit. That has been a song in every Biafran mouth. Majority of Biafran, even the saboteurs, it has been a song in their mouth. Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is a spirit. Biafra. But when the things of the spirit are happening, they will not key in. They will reject it totally. When the spirit of Tuku Okarema announced the autopiloted period, they rejected it and they fought it. They fought it with all their might and all their strength. And how can you fight the chosen one? How can you fight the plans of Chukwu Okarema? You will only destroy yourself. And that is exactly what they did to themselves. You see them. You see them today. They are no more. They are nowhere. When the spokesperson of Biafra told them that they're going to disappear, that they will be sacked, and they thought it was a joke. What is happening today? Today, you see them, what they are doing today. Since Mazin Nanaka, what they are trying and fighting only recently now is how to be relevant. They want to be relevant by all means possible. They want to be relevant. They tried by themselves, they found that Biafrans are no longer paying attention. They went to borrow somebody to come and speak on their behalf. Somebody that's very close to Mazen Nandekano. To win they use a picture of somebody that is very, very dear to the heart of Mazen Nandekano and close to him. They use him to come and push their propaganda, to paint themselves evil, to do their damage control and begin to paint themselves good. And you know what was the result? You know the result, end result. It brought more damage. And since then, all they have been doing is to try to paint themselves evil, to make amends and paint themselves good. And recently, you saw the one they played. You saw the one they used the lawyer of Mazen Nandekano to do. You saw the one they used, and an intelligent man as that fell into that trap. An experienced and intelligent man like him fell into that trap. Is it because of that same money? Is it because of that same money? And when you begin to add 1 plus 1 together, you begin to see that these people are in this together. Just like our spokesman Masaman said, that in the betrayal of Mazen Nandekano, there are people who were not aware of the initial plan. They were not aware. But when they got to get aware, they began to position themselves for one thing or the other. And they became accomplices. Because from the origin, they have been nursing evil in their heart. That's the same thing that killed Judas, his love of money. It was not compulsory that it must be Judas that is going to sell Christ. There was no place it was written that it must be Judas. No. What Christ said that, woe unto him who is going to betray the Son of Man. But eventually, that prophecy came to accomplish in the hand of somebody who loves money. And today, you see, in the same vein today, the same thing is playing out again. How long are we going to, when are we going to wake up? When? When are we going to wake up? When? Biafra is coming. We have been crying for this. For many years, we have been crying. And all of a sudden, the time has come for us to go home in joy and happiness. Instead of you to celebrate and shout on top of your voice and support the best way you can, all you got to do is to continue to be a distraction. Continue to be a distraction. How long are you going to continue to be a distraction? How long? Onye buru chi ụzọ ọgbagbuo onwe n'ọsọ. Onye buru chi ụzọ ọgbagbuo onwe n'ọsọ. And for those of them who are being cornered because of, some of them just for ordinary recharge card. Ordinary recharge card they give you. Some of them just because they are paying your house rent. Ordinary house rent. Some because of their friend, because they are friends. Some because the person is from your village. You no longer know, you no longer accept the truth. As long as the lie is coming from your own side, you accept it. But the ends will justify the means. You are going to end up in a terrible way. Go back and watch that very broadcast that Simon had made yesterday. When you watch the broadcast from beginning to end, then you know whom you are dealing with. You know where you stand. And you'll be moving without fear. All you need in this struggle is to keep your hand clean. Keep your hand clean and pursue that which is right. Channel your energy, your energy of propaganda. Channel that your propaganda to the zoological public. Channel that your propaganda to the enemy. Channel that your blackmail to the enemy. Channel that your force to the enemy. Why are you being a distractor? Why? Why are you choosing a path that will destroy you yourself? Why are you choosing a path that is going to destroy you yourself? Why? Why are you choosing that path? You think you can stop the coming of Biafra? Think again. You think you can stop Biafra from coming? Mazen Nandekano has said it time and time again. And why I use the word of Mazen Nandekano is because he is the man who has been trusted and trusted. And everything he has said are almost accurate and they are coming to pass. A chosen man. A chosen. Because he is as white and whiter than white. You know that word? I love that word. White and whiter than white. The word is now coming clearer. It is now you know those who are white and whiter than white. Not like when you have the initial. Even the most interesting thing that today that word is very hard to hear that white that word in their mouth. White and whiter than white. They don't say it anymore. They don't say it anymore like the way they used to say it before. Initially, when Mazen Nandekano was here. When Mazen Nandekano was here, everybody was hiding under that Mazen Nandekano shadow. They were hiding there, all white and whiter than white, white and whiter than white. But today we have seen how dark some of them have been. So many of them are dark more than charcoal. They are darker than charcoal. Their heart is as dark as charcoal. That is how so many of them are. But we cannot stop. It doesn't matter the attack they are bringing from all corners, from all angles and challenges. We cannot stop what we are doing. We will be consistent in our words. Very, very consistency personified. That is where we stand. And Biafra will come. Biafra is going to come. I'm not telling you to believe me, or neither am I trying to cajole you. No. For those of you who don't believe that Biafra is coming, just all you got to do is just wait and see. We are counting days. We are counting days. It is no longer years. The pursuit of Biafra in this generation, in the present time, with Mazen Nandekano have lasted for more than 13 years. And finally, here are we counting days. Days. We are counting days to enter Biafra. So, whether you believe it or you don't believe it, all you got to do is to just keep your mouth shut and wait. Keep silent and wait. Why do you have to constitute nuisance? Why do you have to be a distraction? Why do you have to be a hindrance to the proclamation that have been made? And you think that Chukwu Kabian will allow you to go free. You won't go free. The more you continue distracting, the more you are cutting short your lifespan. The more you are distracting, delaying the coming of Biafra, the more you are cutting short your lifespan. Because, as many of you have said, that over their dead body, when we are announcing many days, when we are counting days to Biafra, we are counting days to your grave. As we are counting days to Biafra, you are counting days to your own grave. Because you chose that path for yourself. We didn't choose it for you. And your blood will be on your head. You chose the path for yourself. As we are counting days into Biafra, as many as have sworn and say over their dead body will Biafra come, they are counting days into their grave. Because Biafra is a reality and must come. It must come. You can't stop it. You can't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the level. It doesn't matter what you do. You can't stop it. It must come. In the present generation, before you and I, we will not leave the assignment for our born children. No. In our time. I said we are counting days. We are counting days to get into Biafra. We are counting days. So it doesn't matter whether you believe or you don't believe. All you got to do is wait. Just wait and see. Just wait. And those who have said over their dead body, we say amen. Amen to their prayer. Amen to their prayer. Let them go to their grave while we walk into Biafra. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say or the angle you come from or whatever. You can't stop a moving train. Do not fight the chosen one in a battle. Don't. And try to learn from other people's mistake. Every single one of them that have fought in one way or the other, have fought Master Simon Epa. Presently, I'm not talking about in the present situation. Since Master Simon was kidnapped up to today, go and check. Every single person who have been involved in fighting Master Simon Epa, go and check how they are doing. Just take your time, just slow down, take your time, go to their platforms and check how they are doing. Then after seeing how they are doing, then you now begin to consider whether if you will listen to them or not. But of course, those who are compromised will always go back there. They always go there because they have no choice. They have sold their soul to the enemy. But as much as Nani kind of comes out, it's gonna be a blockbuster. He's gonna come out with the flag of Biafra. That is our mission. That is what we intend to do. We are not bothered about whatever they want to do. If they like, let them release Mazinaga. If they don't like, let them wait. Let them keep waiting. If they release Mazinaga, it is for their own benefit. It is for their own good if they release Mazinaga. If they choose not to release him, they are going to see it. Our spokesperson have said it. We are moving forward and not going back. And it is Wotowoto everywhere. Wotowoto without relenting. And the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking to enter Biafra. Every minute, time is dropping. We are drawing closer. Every minute your clock tick. We are drawing closer to Biafra. And no man can put a stop to it. Since you can't stop time, you cannot stop the coming of Biafra. As long as you cannot stop time from changing, you cannot stop weather, you cannot stop day and night from coming, you can't stop Biafra. You can't. The only time you can stop Biafra is when you can be able to stop day and night. If you can be able to stop day and night from coming, then, maybe then, we begin to consider that you can stop Biafra. But as long as you cannot stop day and night from coming, Biafra is here. We are counting days. And no weapon, no amount of weapon, no amount of intimidation will change our thoughts or make us change our mind or make us deviate from the original plan. No. Mazen Nane kind of said it in his own word that we have crossed Rubicon. As you are watching this broadcast, we are in the land of no return. That is what we are. We are in the land of no return. And if you think in any way that we are going to look back, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your garden time. You are wasting your garden time. Every message you are passing today is to prepare you for the days ahead. Prepare your mind for the days ahead. It is going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. Some people think it's a child's play. Sometimes when we come online and talk, they think it's a child's play. But it is better for you to pay attention and follow everything you hear. It is better for you to pay attention. Mainly our brothers and sisters in Biafra land. Pay attention to everything you hear and prepare yourself for the difficult days ahead. I have been saying it in all my broadcasts. Get the food, necessary food items, keep it closer to you. All those necessary food items that you need, keep them close to you. There is a time when you might not need to, you won't have a market to go to. It might get to the stage when you will not have a market to go to. This announcement has been coming. Our spokesperson, Master Simon, have made this announcement on his own platform. But I don't know how serious Biafrans are taking it. Remember the word of Mazen Nanekano. Nothing will make us stop asking for Biafra. And nothing will make us not moving forward. It doesn't matter where you have your business. Have your business in Sokoto. Have your business in Kano. Have your business that's your business. It is you. Mazen Nanekano have preached enough. Gave you enough time. So all you have to do, any place you find yourself in the Zoltan Republic, you begin to defend yourself from there. Start defending yourself from that area. Any angle, where you think you are, start from there, begin to defend yourself. It is Wotowoto time. And in this Wotowoto period, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter where you are. No amount of your blackmail can make us stop. No amount of your talk can make us change our decision or direction. Instead, we are going to be increasing our speed on a daily basis. The speed will continue to increase. The speed, because, and I trust our brother Master Simon so much. The spokesperson of Biafra today is not ready to look back an inch, not for a minute. He is moving ahead, forward ever and backward never. Continuous forging ahead until Biafra comes. We will increase our speed. Who is talking about slowing down? Slowing down for what? Why do we have to slow down? We will increase in our speed. If you are one of those who have marked him or herself for death, good luck to you. But for Biafran people, we are going home. We are going home. As I always say, we are dealing with people who knows the value of time. Mazen Nani kind of knows the time. And he told us about the time. He predicted the time and told us about the time. Today we are with Simon Ekpa. Man Simon Ekpa have told us about the time. And we are counting days into our freedom. Days into our freedom. In as much as it's not going to be an easy one, but yet, it's worth it. And at the end, every one of us will rejoice. Yes, at the end, we'll be glad we did. We are going to make history. You that is watching me on the comment section, sharing the video, you that is watching me, liking, you are part of the history. History will remember you. Every comment you're putting down on our videos, everything you're doing, you share, handle your share, as you're sharing, we are seeing everything. Chukwu camera is watching you. You'll be remembered. You'll be remembered. As no matter how little role you are playing, every role, that's why I tell you that everybody is important. Everybody is important when it comes to the restoration of Biafra. Everybody is important, and all hands must be on deck. All hands must be on deck. Because we are winning. Already, the ESN are there. The volunteers, people that have given their life, they are willing to die just for you to have a home. All they ask from you is your support. Support is what they ask. Is it too much to ask? Is it too much to ask for support? Is it too much to ask? How much, you that is watching me, how much can somebody offer you to give your life? How much? How much does your life worth? How much? But somebody, your own brother, have put his own life on the line for you. All he's asking for is for your support. And yet it is difficult for you to support. And you think that's okay? I think that is not okay. Please kindly support the ESN. Support the ESN, no matter how small, no matter how big. Invest in ESN. It's a wise investment. There is no amount you invest in your freedom that is a loss. There is no amount of freedom. That amount of thing you invest in your freedom that is too much. It's not too much. That is why we must invest to protect our land. The link is there on the flyers. The flyers are everywhere. In all autopiloted platforms, you go there, you see flyers. Just go through the website there and you make your donation. Don't wait until the day of fundraising. Don't wait. It doesn't matter what. We are going home. The end has come. Even our Oduduwa brothers are much ready. They are ready. And let me tell you, don't be surprised that the election they are talking about will not even hold in Oduduwa land. The election might not even hold in Oduduwa. That of Biafra is confirmed already. That of Biafra land is sealed and signed. That the election is not going to hold in Biafra land. That one is not the guesswork. It's not something you have to pray about. You don't need to pray about that one. But in Oduduwa land, I am telling you that in Oduduwa land, election might not even hold in Oduduwa land. Because the Oduduwa people, they are ready to go. And they are counting time also. They are paying attention to the time that we are in. They are paying attention to the time that we're in. And they are following up on Biafra. These are our neighbors, our brothers. If there are any, these are the people that we can say we have common value with. Our brothers. These are the people who can say we have common value with them. But when you talk about the Fulani man, what sacrament do we have with the Fulani people? There is no sacrament with us and the Fulani people. We don't have the same religion with them. We don't have the same ideology with them. Not the same mindset. Not in dressing. Not in food. Not in language. Not in religion. There is no resemblance whatsoever. No a place we meet with them. No place we meet. These people are wanderers. They don't have a home. We have a home. They are strangers. We are not strangers. We are in our own land. Our own land, flowing with milk and honey. So you see, there is no place both of us meet. We are not supposed to be together. But the British came and forced us. They forced us together without our endorsement. They forced people together, amalgamated people that don't have the same value. They don't have the same value system. They don't have any interest together. They don't have any resemblance. There is no way. They don't have. And since that amalgamation, there has never been peace up to today. For how many years now? More than 100 years. Yet, people are still talking about unity. Talking about forming a nation. After 100 years, you are still talking about forming a nation. Which nation are you want to form? What nation? What nation do you want to form? What nation do you want to form? That is why our sister Ankyo Briggs has come out to say that no amount of election will change the Lugard Nigeria. No amount of election will change Lugard Nigeria. But my surprise is, why is she not coming down to speak with his Biafran brothers? Join the Biafran people to make your point. Martin Nankan has said it. Biafra is not about dominating anybody. Biafra is not about dominating anybody. It's about freedom. Every ethnic group, every individual having their own freedom. That is what Biafra is all about. Why don't you join the Biafra struggle? As soon as we get this freedom collectively, everybody will go back home with their freedom. Even if you are 3 or 4, you go back to your area. Practice what you want to practice. Develop your own system. Do what you want to do. Whatever you want to do with your resources is up to you. Every state in that zoological republic have a resources that will sustain them. They do. But the British Fulani sponsor, British sponsored idiots cannot allow you to think and use your brain. They don't allow people to put their brain at work. All they do is every month they go to Abuja to share money from the oil, from the promised land. That is all they do. All they do is every month they go to the Abuja to share wealth from the promised land. Even the tax they are collecting, where do they get tax? The place they get the tax is still in the south. People that are paying the highest tax is still in the south. That is still where the tax is coming from. These people have nothing to offer. And the most painful thing is that they make the highest noise. You have nothing to offer. And you wouldn't allow people who are offering things to do it. You don't allow people who have something to offer to do it. How long shall we continue to be in this propaganda? I say enough is enough. My advice, once again, as you can see on the topic, do not fight the chosen one in a battle. Don't engage the chosen one in a battle. Don't engage the chosen one. If you do, you will end your life short. If you do, you will end your life. This advice are for those who have not yet soiled their hand in that evil. It is for you to be more careful. When you don't have full information about a thing, don't talk about it. Just be silent. Even if you don't want to fight for Biafra, be silent. I have said it time and time again. Use a blanket, cover yourself, and sleep. Sleep on. Sleep on. When we get to Biafra, we will wake you up to join us. It is much, much better. You don't want to follow Biafra, you don't want to fight for Biafra, sleep on, cover your blanket. When we get to Biafra land, we will wake you up, you join us. But if you don't want to be part of it, you don't want to get out of the road, you are standing in between, you are being a hindrance as a stumbling block, we are going to run over you. You know how train run over things. You know when train is coming, it can only give you a horn and it goes over. This one I'm saying today is a horn. Every single thing you see, the autopilot groups in, they are blowing the horn, blowing the whistle, blowing the horn that even deaf people will hear. But whereby you refuse and you stand your ground, you will be crushed and your blood will be on your head. We are entering a very difficult stage. We are counting days. We are counting days. If anybody is telling you it's going to be easy, it's not going to be easy. But let me tell you, at the end, we are going to win. At the end, our winning is very, very clear. The winning is even clearer today more than it was yesterday. Mazi Simon Ekpa said, in 2023, we'll get into Biafra. The very first time he said it, the people got gaga. They got crazy. Begin to imagine. People interpret it in different forms. But here are we today. We are counting days. It doesn't matter whether you believe or you don't believe. That's not important. All you got to do is to wait and see. Just don't be a distractor. Wait and see. Just wait and see. But if you don't have that patience to wait and you want to be a distractor, you might not be able to make, you might not be alive during that time. There's every tendency that you cannot make it to that period when Biafra is going to come. I tell you, we are counting days and Biafra is going to come. No matter what anybody does, no matter what you say, Biafra is going to come. I pray that Chukwu Okada will give us the wisdom to continue to pay attention and do that which we are supposed to do. I appreciate everybody who have joined me on this broadcast today. Any place you have joined this broadcast from, if you are joining from Biafra land, you are joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, whichever part of the world you are joining and you are a Biafran, may Chukwu Okada continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, and keep you safe. If you are joining this broadcast and you are an Ududua person, may Chukwu Okada keep you to see Ududua land in your lifetime. If you're from the Middle Belt, may Chukwu Okada keep you to see freedom in your lifetime. May Chukwu Okada guide and protect our brother Samdi Igboho. Secure him, give him more strength to continue to fight on until victory is assured. May Chukwu Okada continue to guide and protect our men on the ground, the ESN, the volunteer force on the ground, and other armed groups that have come under the umbrella of the IPOB autopiloted, and they are marching forward for the freedom. Every armed group that have come together today to activate the restoration of Biafra. May Chukwu Okada guide and protect every single one of you. Keep you safe. Keep you safe and keep you away from the eyes of the enemy. No weapon formed or fashioned against you shall prosper. No principality or power we have over you, no matter where they come from, no matter what they do, they cannot get you. They can't get you. May Chukwu Okada guide and protect our brothers who have devoted their sign, gave their life for you and I. No evil shall befall them. May Chukwu Okada guide and protect our brother Simon Ekpa. Secure him, keep him for us. May Chukwu Okada guide and protect the Umuada. Secure the Umuada, give them more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to continue to move on. May Chukwu Okada continue to guide every one of us who is fighting earnestly. The media team that are doing marvelous work, may Chukwu Okada guide and protect every member of the media team. Secure them and keep them safe until the last minute when we are going to rejoice together in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okada save, guide and protect our mother. Our mothers, the Umuadas who are speaking. Madam Azuka, who is leading the Umuada, may Chukwu Okada continue to strengthen her. Give her more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to continue to pilot until we get to Biafra land. May Chukwu Okada continue to guide and protect our brother Simon Ekpa. More mental toughness for him. More wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding, more strength. Let Chukwu Okada continue to discharge the angels of war to continue to guide him all the days of his life. Let Chukwu Okada continue to build a wall of fire around Man Simon Ekpa. No missile will come closer to him. He is the chosen one. Do not put up a fight with the chosen one. Do not challenge your chi in a battle. If you do, you'll be crushed. It's a suicide mission. May Chukwu Okada guide and protect our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is, we place him into the bosom of Lord. We place him in the hand of Chukwu Okada to continue to hold him firm, to continue to be with him, speak to him, direct him, guide him, protect him in all his going out and coming in. No weapon of the enemy will have power over him. Whatever poison that he has eaten into his body, we call Chukwu Okada to send doctors spiritually to begin to minister to him right now. They will never have effect in his body. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No matter what they do, no matter what they try to do, they will kill us. We will kill them. But at the end of the day, Biafra will definitely come. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. And remember blessed. I will see you again tomorrow by grace of God, the same time. Thank you and stay safe.